I have recently discovered that I enjoy having grip strength testers, not testers, trainers, I should say, grip strength trainers on my desk. And it's not like a fidgety thing. I just enjoy squeezing the fuck out of something, you know? Now, the goal is not to get jacked forearms. It would be nice, but that's not the goal. I don't really do anything with my forearms besides that. But I enjoy having something to squeeze. Wow, this is really weird, isn't it? Basically, what I'm saying is that when I'm at my desk and there's some downtime, rather than pulling out my phone, rather than mindlessly scrolling, rather than just watching some bullshit YouTube video, I like to squeeze the fuck out of something. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Now, you have to do it within reason because the ones I have are pretty shitty. They're pretty shitty. I think I got them at like Walmart or Target or something. They were not nice at all. And so I have a feeling that one day, I will get to the point where I have squeezed them so much that they just, I don't know, either don't go back to the right like width, like they just get like crushed inwards, or they just snap completely. It's not nice. Trust me, it's not nice. It looks like they're made of metal, but I think they're made out of like plastic with like a little bit of like bendable metal on the outside. So not a very good product. But I make do. I make do. Basically what I'm saying, the whole point of me talking to you right now is to tell you that maybe, just maybe, you should consider getting some as well. Now, honestly, looking back on it, I should have gotten some nicer ones. And I might. I might get some nicer ones because it's a hobby that I enjoy. And you should spend money on your hobbies within reason. So this is a quick PSA to all of you. If you are feeling down, if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling weak, squeeze the fuck out of something. This is important. There are not many things in this world that you can squeeze the fuck out of them without consequences. Like when life gives you lemons, you squeeze them. You make lemonade. That's fine. That's good. That's a positive thing. But, when you have your first child, you can't squeeze your first child. You'll kill it. You'll kill it. And so when you have that mood, when you have that need to squeeze something, you need to have something squeezable next to you at all times. Does that make sense? Some people take walks to relax. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Because if you're walking down the street and someone with a dog comes up to you and you get all anxious, you can't squeeze the dog. So you need to have like a grip strength trainer, that's what you squeeze. And you have like the little like stress balls or whatever, but they're not the same. That's like baby's first squeezer. You need something that gives you some real tension, some real resistance. Not only does it build your like forearm strength and your grip strength, but you need that power. You need that power. When you're angry, screaming into a pillow, that's what like teenage girls do. That's like what teenage girls do. You scream in the face of your opponent, but you can't always do that. You can't always do that. Same with squeezing. When someone cuts you off in traffic and you pull over to the side of the road, you can't get out of your car and squeeze the life out of them. You'll go to jail forever, probably. I don't know. It depends on what state you're in. But that's what I'm saying. It's important to have something to squeeze at all times. Now, a lot of you are going to think that this is like just stupid. But it's not. It's not. I was the same way. I was the exact same way. I had this need in my life. This need. I would wake up tired. I would eat, but I was always hungry. You know, I was depressive. I was wondering, why are we here? Why are we here? You know, you hear about the senators and the Congress people and the elites that live to be 120, and then like a 2-month-old baby get like a brain tumor. Why are we here? We are here to squeeze things. That is the meaning of life. The meaning of life is to squeeze the fuck out of things. And what better to squeeze than a grip strength trainer? Seriously, that's all you need, folks. So head down to your local Walmart or your local Target, or you can just, order off Amazon like 99% of you will, and pick up grip strength trainers. Highly recommend it. Let me see if you can hear this. You probably can't. I don't know. Can you hear this? Here, be very, very quiet. Listen, turn up the volume. I don't know if you could hear that. I got a bunch of shit on my audio settings that makes it sound fucked, but there you go. So I appreciate you listening to this, and I will see you tomorrow.